Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Briggs. This is my dad Brett.
And welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel. We are the two owners here at Miles Pellet Says, and we're going to be doing a, well, you know, we're kind of switching it up today. I'm on this side. It's a little bit of a different angle.
You put it all in my ball. Yeah, I'll tell you what, today it's the Breckwell P22i. I stands for insert, and it's pretty similar to the P23i and the P24i. Pretty much. So anyway, we're going to focus on the control board. And I tell you, here's the control board. Hopefully you can see it. This is just a faceplate of plastic. And over time, as somebody's used their fingernail, it gets brittle and it breaks. But it's still good. But my point is, you work hard, you come home, and you push the button, and nothing happens. Well, Briggs is going to give you some tips on this control board, and hopefully it'll save you some money. Let's do it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go to the next scene. Okay, here we go. Now, this is the plug to the stove. Unplug it, unplug prior to doing any work on this thing.
Or you're going to have a bad day.
Or you're going to have a bad day. I tell you, if you're local and you're having some problems with your control board and your stove's not working right, then call Briggs and I will come out and do a service call. But if you feel uncomfortable where you live in other parts of the country, call your local service provider. So there's that. So to do this control board, to take it out and do some testing, come along. Here it goes. A Phillips screwdriver is all you need. So Briggs is going to show you how to take out the control board, kind of do a little troubleshooting, and I am going back to the pellet stove train.
All right, let's start taking this off.
I'm zooming in.
So, you got a good view?
No.
No?
What do you want me to do?
All right, next scene.
I'm going to zoom in. Okay, here we go.
All right, guys, we're going to be focusing on taking this out. And again, my dad said it before, but always double check. I can't tell you guys how many times we always hear the old add-on story. People working on their stove, they have a Phillips, they touch some, and then they tell us, well, everything was working fine until I heard a pop. They didn't unplug their stove before working on it. So, always double, triple check. Because if you fry this, that's just more money you're going to have to spend. And also, number one, your personal safety is a little bit at risk. So just want to give you some tips so you don't ruin a Saturday. So anyway, let's get to it. So we're going to be focusing on these 4 Phillips screwdrivers. Or not
Phillips screwdrivers.
Phillips
Good
screws.
guy. I'm going to bring a light up here.
I know.
Here,
Is
will we
that a better
illuminate
view?
that a little better? Oh, wow.
Perfect.
A little bit better.
Heck yeah. You have to forgive us, folks. We not enough caffeine, and we tend to do these videos at nights. So
we're having a good time.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a little moonlighting. So once you have all those sets, put a little pressure on the board so it doesn't slide all the way down, and so it doesn't fall with your left hand or your support hand, whichever one you choose. And then you're gonna finally take this off, and that's okay. We'll pick up that washer a little bit. So what we're going to do, this is free. You're going to gently make sure it's centered, pull it out from the top, and there you have it. And right there, it's connected by one Molex connector. Basically what you want to do, you want to press right here, and you want to gently take this off. Little wiggling, not too much pressure. Set this to the side. And the nice thing about taking the control board, folks, or taking the board out, so you don't have to pull your whole stove out. You can do it right in here, and there you have it. Your whole board is ready to go. And the next thing, my dad's going to give you guys a little bit more information about this board.
Am I on?
Yeah, you're good. Also, hey, props for helping me find that washer.
No, not a problem. We found it. I got back from the pellet stove training, so I'm ready to work now. So here, Briggs showed you how to take out the control board. So here it is. Now, you look right here where the on-off button is. That plastic part is cracked. It's just a cover, folks. Right here, let's see if I can find, here we go. This is just a plastic cover that you can buy online or from your local stove store. They're about $16 to $25, so do your shopping. But all this is, see this? That's just a decal, so you can peel this off and then put the new one on. So this is still fine. So anyway, we're going to flip it around. Now, I've got this in my hands. You could be at home. You don't want to drop it, because when you do, you're going to really, really ruin it. So we're going to take little steps. So follow me. I think it's best, even regardless of your age, condition, whatever, everybody makes mistakes. Be very careful with this thing, because online, about $359 to replace this board. Or if you go to other places, I've seen it as high as $550. Are you kidding me? Do your shopping. So anyway, I'm going to take this board and carefully set it on a surface. Okay, quick tip time. So I put the control board down on a level surface. You can put it on your kitchen table, wherever you want to put it. So anyway, on this control board, there is a fuse right here. And so you can use a screwdriver or any type of tool to gingerly pull it out of here. I'm going to lift up on it like this, slowly. Just slowly. Take your time. And there it is. I'm going to pull the rest of it off this other end. Here we go. There we go. So this is a 5 amp, 125 volt fuse. Now, if I was a Breckwell pellet stove owner, I would have 1, 2, or 3 extra fuses and put them in your kitchen drawer or wherever the heck you want to put them, so you have them. So what you want to do, where my finger is obviously, you can take an ohm tester out, you could do it all day long, but this is pretty simple. You want to make sure that the element in there is straight and fine, but if you see it burnt in there or it's cloudy, that means that this fuse has blown. So when you have another fuse, nice and handy, sometimes you can find them. If you have to shop for one, you can find one at a local store, like an Ace store. You might be able to find them at like a Napa store. Napa has quite a bit. But anyway, said and done. Make sure you have some extras. So you have a new one, and so you take the new one, and again, I'm just going to set it right here on top. So I'm just going to push down on one side. There you go. Be gentle. Take your time. And push down the other side. So there it is. And so Briggs will show you how to put it back in. So once this goes back in, go ahead, and like I said, this is a decal that needs to be replaced. Once you push the on button, if you see the lights come on, it's a happy day. That means you got power. But unfortunately, on the other side, if it doesn't light up, that means most likely this control board has done its time, or it's fried, and it's a horrible day because this board will need to be replaced. And again, $359 is a good average at this date. What is today? Where are we at? April, about the end of April of 2024. These are about $359, somewhere in that range, and I've seen them as high as $550. That's piracy, so do your shopping. So anyway, you'll have to buy a new board, and when you do, it will come just in this section right here. Not this. This is a frame, so you'll just get this section here. And sometimes some distributors will give you the whole package. They will give you the decal and the whole board in one package. And so again, hopefully that will help you out. Stick with us, because we're going to put this in. We have a couple other important tips for you on this Breckwell, but this is a 1 RPM control board. So when you order one, make sure, because these companies won't let you return them because it's an electronic component, just like auto parts. So we're going to go to the next step, and thanks for joining in with Brett. Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you excited?
Yeah. Let's
okay.
do it.
All right, take it away, Briggs.
All right, let's put the control board back in. So essentially, it's not rocket science here. We're just going to be working backwards like the earlier scene. You want to find your Molex connector, put it in, and it only goes in one way, just as so. And you want to make sure it does that little click. Then you're good and secure. Then you want to slowly funnel it back in, and then just essentially start replacing your screws. And we'll just see if I can actually see right there. There we go. And you just want to slowly, just one by one, just start aligning them. And again, it's going to take What's the favorite word, Dad, of yours?
Patience. And I really would have some patience with this because this is the most expensive part on the stove to replace.
And you make a good point. And I want to emphasize, I like using manual tools for this part. Usually when it comes to a lot of pellet stove repair, I like using electronics and everything else, just like torque wrench and whatnot. But the reason why I like using the manual screwdrivers, especially for control boards and stuff, is because it runs less of a risk of over torquing and tightening. The last thing you want to do on something like this, if you got the torque wrench and you're just going at it and things start breaking, cracking, or jump skips, you got a lot of sensitive stuff right here, and it's also pricey. So really, with all this, there's no rush. It's just patience and finesse.
You better knock it off. You know, one thing is it is finesse, and remember, folks, that the top of this control board, there's just a plastic cover, which is just right here. And so if you use a torque wrench and you tighten it too much, but what it does is this screw grips onto this plastic cover and makes a crease, and it won't be flat, so it won't look professional. So you want to be, you want to take some pride in what you do. So nice job, Briggs. That's all put in, and we have a couple closing statements, and stick with us.
All right, everyone, that's it. You got any last minutes tips for the control board, or you good?
No, I think it's a good thing, and just take your time, because again, it's the most expensive part on this crazy stove, and I just can't understand why it's $359 to $550, but nope, just do your shop, take your time. I think Briggs did well. I know you did a great job.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well,
oh, you did a good job too.
I did a little bit, but not too much. But just take your time with these pellet stoves. They're great, they're efficient, but sometimes they're a little finicky. But if you stick with Briggs and I today and in the future, we're going to have a lot of videos for you and your friends and your family. And so, yeah, the subscribing really helps us. Thumbs up. But the other thing is notifications, because down the line, you don't have to watch the video, but we may have a different stove on there, and all of a sudden you're notified, and you're thinking, gosh, my neighbor's got one of those. Well, help your neighbor out. Say, hey, check out the Miles Pellet Stove video. They've got repair tips for your stove. So we're here to help everybody out there, and we're having a good time.
Yeah, we are. Very true. That's very well said. We really, really appreciate all the supports, and like my dad said, check back in with us, because one of the main things we like doing for all you guys is giving you guys options. Because
options?
Well, yeah, options. The more options we give people, it's like, hey, they have more power, they got more choice, and hey, it's more freedom.
That's perfect.
You're right.
I'm with you.
You're right there. Yeah.
Options.
It's never fun.
I've been spending too much time on the pellet stove training. I'm sorry.
No,
back to Briggs. Stick with us.
Fully forgiven. Basically, going on that, no one likes to be stuck only with one option, and a number of times it's not the most best option. I.e., it could be an expensive fix, a replacement, anything else. We want to give you the full shebang, what works best for you guys. So, again, we appreciate it. Follow us along, and yeah, see what we got in the future.
We'll see you next time, and thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you around.